We are live from the Iowa Straw Poll on the campus of Iowa State University. Obviously, the story of the day is Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, who won and won in a very substantial way over a large field of contenders. Congresswoman, let's talk about the victory. First of all, just emotionally, because I know you have invested an enormous amount of your time, your energy, and your campaign money. So what are you feeling in these moments just after the announcement that you have won?
Well, we're stunned and humbled and grateful and thankful and all the rest, because this is really the people of Iowa that did this. This wasn't us. This was the people of Iowa, because I think the fact that is unique is that we are only 48 days into this campaign, and we were able to win despite the fact there were other people that had been here for several years and invested. And I think this really speaks to the fact that the people of Iowa wanted to have a champion for their voice. I am an Iowan. I was born here, and I think they want to make sure they send that very strong signal to Barack Obama that he will be a one-term president.
You know, he got his start here in this state in many ways. It was the Iowa caucus that first propelled him to a position where people thought he could win. Your victory here today in the straw poll has given you sort of a new level of status, a new level of respect that the front runner is going to have. Do you feel coming out of this that you are the front runner in the Republican nomination based on today's results?
Well, we feel the love, put it that way. We feel the love from Iowa, so we're grateful for that. And I'm not a pundit. I wouldn't weigh in on that. All I know is that we just crossed a very important hurdle. But it's the first one. There's a long way to go. There's the caucuses, and we aim to have a 50-state strategy. So this was the first of many, many that we have to go. But this is a wonderful result today, and I just couldn't be more grateful to the people of Iowa.
You know, I've often said that the presidential campaign is like a marathon, and people might want to start on mile number 6 or 7, but it doesn't matter. You have to start at the first mile if you're going to get credit for the whole marathon.
You're right.
Iowa is the first mile of the marathon.
Yeah.
You've shown that you can run the first mile and leave others behind you. I want to ask, though, specifically, what about your message caught fire in this state? This is a tough state. It's a tough state to sell because people have seen everyone, they've heard every speech, they listened to all the talking points. You connected with the people here. Tell me why.
Well, I think it's because the voices that I heard growing up, the reasonable, fair-minded voices of people here in Iowa, spreads across party lines. It's not just Republicans. It was a lot of Democrats and independents that I listened to growing up. And I think it's that idea that we really do love our country, and we want it to succeed, and we want to make sure that people have jobs. I mean, that's really what Iowa's all about. And I think people appreciated the fact that I have been fighting. I haven't been marking time in Congress. I've been a fighter. And I think one thing they know about me is that I say what I mean what I say, and I have a spine and a backbone. That's what they want. They want someone to go to Washington, D.C. and be new, bold, different, and stand up. They really want someone to stand up, and I think they understand. They've seen me do it, and that's what they want to make sure. When they give someone their vote, they want to know that that vote is going to count, and in the White House, they want a president who's going to do what they are hoping, which is create jobs. That's what I plan to do.
Let's talk about the debate the other night. A lot of people have seen even this week as somewhat of a battle of the Minnesotans, you and Governor Pawlenty. It got a little heated the other night. A few sharp elbows, nothing, that was bloody, but again, a little sharper than what we've seen. Do you think that your end of that exchange was part of what brought you to victory? Do you feel like that people connected better with your spirit, your answers, and the way you handled what I think all of us would call a fun little dust-up among candidates?
Well, I think it will be for the voters that cast their votes today to let you know why they voted the way they did. But certainly that's one element in all of this. And I think it goes from everything from, I take this very seriously, and I'm an extremely hard worker. We were all over Iowa. We held 5 and 6 events a day. We worked very hard because my goal was to meet as many Iowans as we could, speak to them, listen to them. And I think it's all of the elements together that brought about this result. And again, I can't thank the people of Iowa enough. I'm just extremely grateful. We'll be in Waterloo tomorrow thanking them.
Now, we heard just moments ago from Brett Baer that Governor Perry is also going to Waterloo.
Yes.
Is that an attempt to try to bring it to you right away?
Well, we welcome him to Waterloo, of course. It's a great city. It's where I was born, and we just can't wait to go and say thank you to everyone when we go.
But with him coming, he didn't show up here today. He chose to be in South Carolina and make his announcements. Be honest with you, I heard a lot of people out here on the grounds not happy about that. They felt like that he was attempting to sort of take away some of the attention that is historically given to the Iowa straw poll. I want you to speak. I'm not asking you to, give me a hard comment about Governor Perry, but about that from a tactical standpoint. Do you think he took anything from your victory here at the straw poll by making his announcement halfway over the country?
Well, I think the people all across Iowa see what the victory was today, and they appreciate it, and they appreciate the results. And I think what we're going to see, again, going forward, is that Iowa is extremely important. The straw poll is very important. The caucuses are very important, and we don't take it for granted. Just because we won today, that says to us we're going to work that much harder to work the votes of people here, to work for the votes and the support for people here in Iowa. So we're going to be back in Iowa time after time, day after day, speaking to people, because Iowa matters. This is the first in the nation. Iowa matters. And so we're going to make sure that we continue to make our case in Iowa, and then we'll be in South Carolina this week, we'll be in New Hampshire, and we'll be all across the nation. But in particular, right now, we'll focus on Iowa, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and then from there, it's the next 47 states, because we really are committed. I'm committed to making Barack Obama a one-term president. The United States can't afford a second term.
Well, you certainly made a